the way they play. Slow and steady wins the race so far as Ruler decides to take all of his health bar for free.
Well, they're desperately trying to make action happen. A score says, hey, we got an opportunity here on Takor JJ. There's the knockup, nicely done by Mata. Looking for just a bit more damage. There it is, first blood. Goes over to score. TP's gonna cancel out.
Roam for the Drake bot side. So we're gonna see the replay here. Score was able to get in here. It took a long time to actually creep through the brush, but came in. First rotation there. The Mata hitting the ultimate there might have actually been related to the knockback that came through, but Score had flash up. He gets the kill. Teleport complete.
Smite comes in. They want to collapse onto this here, but KVDS in a position to disengage. You notice Pawn going forward, but he gets stunned on up. Ultimate sails totally wide as Pawn is able to flash out of the way of that one. Smeb eating a nice paddle start of the face, and TP is coming in. They want to convert onto this to flash forward, but can they actually get onto it? They're going to get Mata knocked him into the air, but he stands beside Deft, and the heal comes in. It's not going to be enough just yet. Ruler going forward, and Zoe trying with the unbreakable at the left. Let's take a look at the replay.
This was really, really aggressive by Pawn. Basically got the call that his team would rotate first as two, and they needed to basically initiate with his face. That's all you can really do this early in the game as Rise. Deft takes a huge chunk. Then you see the teleport coming through. First a trap under it. Mata tries to interrupt. It's the trap, but Stand Beside Me still available. And from there, actually had the Unbreakable back up to interrupt the paddle stars. No one goes down. A bit of a chunk on the top side. And they haven't used too many tools to try to make this happen.
Look at Pawn in the bottom lane at the same time, putting pressure on bot side. A small maneuver, but could turn into something bigger. KSV a little bit,
That is turning on to KVD.
KVD is just all alone here. He's not going to be able to get any help from his teammates. The heal comes in, and he flashes at the very end, but it's not enough to make sure that he lives here. Now the damage coming out onto Ambition. The stun from the Braum is going to be able to pick up the kill, a double kill, going over to score.
Draft in terms of pure 5v5 later. We got something close to a 5v5 at the start of all of this, but it was disengaged. Ambition's ultimate into the Unbreakable was a bit of a thinking emoji, but then KVD's just all alone. Like, he's going for a bit of a walk. We Australians call this a walkabout, but the walkabout was found pain. The heal came in, and he thought he could flash away, but Karzik's able to follow with the W, and it's a second kill for Karzik on the end of this. He was actually the one to mop up, Ambition, who had no escape route at the end of all of this. Headshot crit.
And he stood on a trap.
Yep.
He took it, and now look at Score on the right side, but look at KVD just disappearing in the front.
Tristana jumping in with the dazzle to make plays. And then you have games like this where Ambition missed a couple of ultimates, so he starts to back away. KVD's in the front, but here you see Score coming around the side. Janna has already used her ultimate. There's nothing they can do. They just watch as objectives roll down, and so
a lot of members that can say that on the side of KT right now. Trouble Bubble will finally hit here. Let's see if they get a bit of damage. Mata not going to go unbreakable. Yeah, Ruler getting low. Deft in the face of danger, just trying to shoot everybody down. But here it is, the flash forward, but he still hits the Braum. It's going to be enough to get the Braum at least this time around.
First instinct is no, and it's the first good news story they've had all game. We're going to see the replay here. They walk up. Notice that Rise has no interest in joining. The moment the Score is hit by a Trouble Bubble, you could fully disengage if you're KT. But the engage starts for KVD. The ultimate pop to get the odd sensor rolling onto Ruler and to also heal up the Cho'Gath. They chase in. They just take down Mata, closest target. It's still 1-0. A farmed Tristana or a farmed Zoe.
I like Score's position in these fights towards mid lane. The slow comes down onto Ruler. I think they're looking for the
Score.
It could be onto Crown too. There it is. A couple of moves and down she goes. Disappears, does the Zoe, and it might not just be her, the Cho'Gath. Also, KVD not able to get out of there. Locked up, make that a couple of kills.
Smeb's gonna go for the interrupts in the back line. He doesn't take damage, as we know.
Well, they're gonna lock down Ambition here, who charges into a Scion. Maybe not the best idea. Look at that backline damage though. Trying to get on in there, it's not enough. As Ambition
actually making something of being a fed Karzik, because Karzik in team fights, we know that it's hard to engineer. He shows ultra aggression to go in the face of someone like KVD, who feasts him for 80% of his health in just the start. But by the time Ambition responds to the aggression from Score, it's too late. They've already lost the team fight.
We're gonna take a little bit of shield damage. Okay.
I'm checking out the sick build coming through from Pawn.
Oh boy.
The double Banshee Veil. Guys, this build is literally, I'm going to walk up to Sejuani, Cho'Gath, and Zoe, definitely see Smeb in this brush on the flank often, but it is, of course, the Scion this time.
We're getting to a point in the game where even Cho'Gath is an option. But here it is, the ultimate comes forward and hits the Braum again.
He's dead.
Blow him up. Nicely done, and Smeb coming forward with score, but it's not necessarily enough to get into one down here. Deft, though, lots of room on the left side, takes out Ambition, but down goes Smeb at the same time. Score coming in for the assassination, not enough as Crown gets away, but still.
Deft.
Okay, he's trying to 1v1, and Ruler's gonna win that. The Scion passive is not enough to get him, but Pawn coming in to clean up the kill.
A lot of different options available for KT, depending on how they want to play this one out.
That goes through the Braum, and they're gonna expend the ultimate here. The flash comes in just at the last second to get away from that paddle star that might have chunked him out, but not. Ambition sitting on a trap, forced the flash away. Now it's QV's turn. There's the full channel with a huge stun coming in. Uh-oh, score nearly goes down, but they do get the kill.
Big win. It's not the Baron they crave, but it's pretty close.
It's going to just clear things up, but let's take another look at how this started.
Just a bit of damage onto Ambition to start it. KSV move forward, and when the Unbreakable goes down, you think maybe this is going to be something to take down Mata, who eats another ultimate. Ambition has definitely been trying to take him down at every opportunity, but there's no threat onto Deft. There's no ability for QV to get into the fight because there's 800 turrets and different CCs interrupting him every time he actually tries to show threat onto Deft. The only way we saw Cho'Gath in the backline was Game 2 for Common Monster. Gonna die.
Should be enough. Not able to get there in time. The smite comes in and Pawn picks up the Baron. Shields even coming in. QV steps on trap after trap and takes damage, but Smeb, same can be said for him against the Zoe. As they poke on through, the Zoe against the Zoe again. The two-shot. Down he goes. See you later. And that might just be it. They don't have a damage threat now outside of the Zoe. And with the Baron buff, 17 seconds will be enough. KT, they're pushing in. They're going to get the second inhibitor, make that a third on the bottom side. Deft still healthy, and no shot for KSV unless they can get a miracle pick at this point.
Just feels like everyone else is stargazing on the side of KSV. They need Ruler to be the wave clear, but if you're not body blocking, if you're not disrupting, you're not doing much. And like you say, KT just want to end it.
They're going to go for it. At this point, dead timer's too long. That's going to be the first turret. Lots of members on KSV desperately trying to push them away. They want to get onto Deft, but they just absolutely cannot. And it is going to be enough. They pick off the Zoe. That last damage goes down, and that's going to do it. KT just playing with their food at this point. Down goes the Nexus, and the 2-0 victory for KT comes through.
Big win for KT Rolster. They end the first round robin 7-2. Maybe enough to guarantee them second. They cannot get game score ahead of Kingzone Dragon X. And of course, the Freak of Freaks also going to be in a great spot when it comes to top 3. We now know our top 3. It will be Kingzone, Afrika, and KT Rolster at the end of the first round robin. The placings will be determined in future matches, but you see the claps and happiness from KT Rolster, from Smeb on your screen. Both games rolled through kind of as expected from KT, much more passive than we would have imagined. But what you can say is there were very little passages of time in what? It felt like almost 2 hours of gameplay where KSV had their destiny in their hands, where they were actually making things happen. This passivity from KSV, which is kind of the ironic calling card in their victories, is now basically the thing they have to address in their losses. They all look bemused. No one here, coach included, you'd have to say, with how many performances in a row have been so similar, seems to have the tonic. No smiles from the side of KSV. No difference from Ambition to Haru in the jungle. A lot needs to be worked on with KSV, otherwise this may be the new norm. Mediocrity.
I love the draft from KT too. We were talking a bit about Sejuani and her role, especially against the Braum. And KT, they ban all these different AD carries, the Kalista, the Varus, the Xayah. They take so much away from Ruler. They force